Hi, I'm Jennifer, and I'm so glad you're here. Today I'm going to be turning a drawer in my kitchen into a spice drawer. I thought I'd show you just how I organize it and how it turns out. Before we get started, don't forget to like and subscribe. I don't know about you, but I have dozens and dozens of big jars of spices. It's really cumbersome to go get these out of the pantry every time I want to make a recipe. Well, let me show you what I'm going to do. I'm going to take this drawer in my kitchen and I'm going to turn it into a spice drawer. I'm going to get it all organized, and it's right next to my range top on my stove, so I'll easily be able to get the spices and take them out and use them and put them back in this drawer when I'm all done. I've taken everything out of my drawer, and now I'm going to take my vacuum and sweep it out and get it completely clean before I get started on my project. I always put this non-stick rubber gripping pad in my drawers so that everything in here will not slide around and move once it's in place. This came in a roll. You can buy it at the home improvement store, Walmart, any big box store, and you can cut it into sizes just exactly how you'd like. The next thing I'm going to do is take this really long tray. I got this at IKEA a while back. I'm not sure if these are still available, but this has rubber grips on the bottom where the gray little strips are. Those are rubber so it doesn't slide. I'm going to start by putting this in the drawer on one side. I also have another one. It came in a 2-pack, and I'm going to put this on this side. Now these have a little divot on each side. It goes down on each side, and these are all rubber little inlaid grippers to keep things from moving. So it is the perfect thing to put jars in and line them up along the inside of the drawer. I purchased this really nice tray from Amazon. It's just plastic, and it has gray rubber gripping pads in the middle. It matches the ones I got from IKEA, and I'll just put this right in the center of the drawer. It fits perfectly, and now it'll be time for me to start lining up the spices. But first, let me show you these really cute jars that I bought on Amazon. These little glass jars came with labels, and also they have a little cap inside, and the little cap just snaps right on. These little glass jars have labels that came with them, and this wonderful, really nice little cap pops on top. It has a little lid that can raise up for larger herbs or spices or seasonings, and it has the little holes to dump out the smaller items. I'm going to start by taking these great big bulky ununiform sizes, and I'm going to start pouring these with a little funnel that also came with my glass spice jars. I'll pour all of these big spices into the little jars, and that way I can line them up in a nice uniform fashion in the drawer. I'll take all of my empty large plastic containers and put them in the recycling bin. I have some spices and herbs that I don't use often, so I'll put these in the back of the drawer. I only use them occasionally. I use these things around the holiday time or winter time when the weather's cold and I'm making holiday recipes. So I have my bay leaves, my cloves, my ground sage, and my white pepper in the very back of the drawer. I'm going to start putting the things in the drawer that I use most often. I'm going to start lining them up right in rows. I've color coded these so that the colors go together, and when I take them out and put them away, it's easy to remember exactly what row they go in. Then I'll start with the next row. Having these all in little jars will make it much easier to see when I'm running low on items like these. I'll pick these up at the store and refill the jars as soon as they're empty. So I have row 2. Then I'm going to put these herbs and seasonings together in the next row. I have a seafood seasoning that I really like, so I'll keep this handy where I can easily get to it. And then I have some baking items that I use mostly during the holidays, but I want to keep these close by too. So I'm just going to start lining these right up along the side. That way these little jars can easily be seen and I can grab them whenever I'm going to do some baking. Since I had all of these spices in a basket in the pantry, it was hard to keep track of what I had and what I really needed. So I'm going to just go ahead and put the extras right here on the side. And then once I use up what's in the jars, I'll refill the jars, and then I won't buy any extra spices until I really need them. I had a couple extra bottles of seasonings and spices in my pantry. I went around and gathered everything up and put it all in this location. Now I'll easily be able to find everything I want and everything I use. And I can easily see when it's time to add a couple more to my grocery list. I'm so happy I decided to turn this drawer into a spice drawer. It's totally uncluttered and I can find everything so easily. I'm super happy about it, and I'm really pleased with the way it turned out. Let's take a look at some other ways to store your spices and herbs. Herbs and spices can last 1 to 4 years depending on the types of spice and how it is processed and stored. Whole spices can last 2 to 4 years at room temperature, while ground spices lose their aroma and flavor more quickly, so it's best to buy them in smaller quantities. When a spice is said to have gone bad, it simply means that it has lost most of its flavor, potency, and color. Fortunately, consuming a spice that has gone bad is unlikely to make you sick. These dried herbs and spices will just not give you as much flavor once they are past their prime. I am so happy you're here for my project today. I really appreciate it, and I would be really happy if you subscribe and hit the like button. I'll see you next time.